Welcome to another episode of Corner Talk, Shots Fired Boxing League. Guns down, gloves up. We're doing a little something different today. We have a young lady here that's been a lot of training in, and apparently has been getting ducked. She had a couple of fights scheduled, a couple of backouts. In my mind, that makes it 2-0. But I'm gonna allow this young lady to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Shay. Y'all call me just Shay. I'm from Cleveland, east side of Cleveland to be exact, and I want some smoke.
Well, right into it. Let me ask you something. And I always ask this, I like to lead with this. How do you feel about this movement? Shots Fired is a great movement, a lot of things going on. And how do you feel? Are you feeling any impact on the community? What do you feel about that?
Love the movement. It's a different outlook. It's getting more kids involved, more women involved, men, everybody involved. It's high intensity, but it's like that rush feeling of positivity that's behind it. So, I mean, I think it's perfect right now. The movement, it's going to keep growing, getting stronger, bigger. I think everybody should join.
As you've been training now for a couple of months, you're putting this work in, how do you feel about boxing? Is it something that you always wanted to do? Is it something that you maybe fought in the street? How do you feel about boxing? What it's done for you personally?
I've always been an athlete. I always wanted to try boxing, but never really got into it. I had to fight all my life. I'm the only girl. 4 brothers, middle child. So a lot of competition. So I do have a brother. He is a pro boxer already. So that just added more fuel to the fire. So I appreciate everything that it's got me so far. So compared to any other sport that I played, my shoulders are burning. You learn that it's a different respect. It's a whole nother level of respect with boxing. You would think it'd be easy because you're just throwing punches. It's so many more skills you have to pick up, thinking techniques. I really appreciate this hustle behind it.
I happen to have met you a couple of times and know you off camera. And I know you do a lot of entrepreneurial stuff. You have your own business, your own catering business. You've been modeling, you've traveled. How do you feel boxing adds to that? Adds to the persona of who you are?
It definitely opened up me to be a little bit more. I'm already confident. Let's not get that out of the question. But it's a different level of comfortability. So adding this to me, it's one of those things where you just kind of enjoy. I mean, I'm a jack of all trades, so I just feel more comfortable now. I mean, I don't want to fight, but I'll be ready.
You heard her, ladies and gentlemen. She may not want to fight, but she will box. And it's hugely two different things. I have a question. I'm not sure what class you're going to fight in, a weight class. That's for you to decide when you get your fight. But we had some young ladies fight the last fight. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the energy they brought to the building? Some people say it was the fight of the night. How do you feel about the women bouts?
Been waiting. I mean, I only seen maybe 1 or 2 so far through this movement. I would love to see more women participate instead of us fighting, being like animals on the street. It's the opportunity to actually squash the beef right then and there in front of everybody without the hair pulling and the kicking and jumping. Their fight made a huge impact. If no other female seen it, with the whole beef being squashed behind it and them coming together and working and actually putting a whole movement of women coming to train and box and get more comfortable and confident with themselves. So it's definitely a love for that, and I feel like more women should try it. I mean, they really did good. They came out there and did what they wanted to do. Like, I trained with Yonde itself, and I know what she's capable of. I just met Ty, and I see what she's capable of. They're really good women.
That's big. That's huge. I think the woman movement is growing. We encourage all participants to come. You don't have to feel unconfident, and you don't have to feel like you're going to be surrounded by a bunch of guys. There's a woman's time allocated for just ladies to come learn. We'll start you with the basics. You'll go from A, B, crawler, walking to running, and before you know it, the worst that can happen is you be healthier and get in shape. That's the worst that happens from this. You don't have to compete, but you should come work out and train. But back to you, and I'm curious because I want to get your input on. You've been around the gym, you've seen a lot of guys fight. This is a huge card coming up. You got any predictions? Any fights you particularly want to see?
The Cam and Queese. Would definitely love to see it. From Queese's first fight to now, I've seen a lot of improvement in him. He's been working really hard. Haven't seen him in a while, but hopefully he's still been grinding behind the scenes. Cam, he's an amazing boxer, fighter so far. I would love to see the competition because Queese is definitely the underdog in this one. So it's definitely, hopefully he make it a dog fight. Another card I would love to see is Shay and Armani. They're like little bros. They have so much tension, energy, and passion behind it. I just want to see a good fight.
I kind of want to throw you a curveball. Let me ask you a question. There's been some heavyweights that's been ducking some people here. How do you feel about people that's asking for the smoke but haven't walked in the building yet?
It's gonna be a cloudy day, ain't it? It's gonna be a cloudy day. It's just simple, man. Stop ducking. Like if you gotta running your mouth can always write that check that your ass can't cash. Oops. So I'm just saying, like, I mean, you trying to write that check? Come on, like, don't let that shit bounce. Keep riding it out.
Simple analogy, people talk shit, get hit. So that's what we say here in the Shots Fired Boxing League. And I do want to ask you one more question, if you don't mind. I want to ask you for a line in the sand. Is there a woman that you won't fight?
No.
Well, there you have it. This young lady's been around for a while, man. She has 2 fights, 2 backouts. This is an incredible person. And I want to ask you something outside of boxing. Not Shay the boxer, not Shay the fighter. Who is Shay the person?
First off, I'm an entrepreneur. I do have a catering business. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram. My Facebook is Two Shades Catering. I'm a soul food cooker. I love food. I love people eating and smiling. Also, I'm a jack of all trades. I do whatever, anything. I love to travel, bartend, anything that keeps me moving. Very athletic. I love lifting. That's one thing for sure. I probably could outlift half you guys, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So I'm just an athletic person, fun, exciting, outgoing, just looking for a fight. Give me a fight.
Well, there you have it. She drew the line in the sand. She wants that smoke. She's looking for that. Like you said, jack of all trades. I know you traveled, and I don't want you to be bashful. You've been to a few states, and Cleveland is the home. Yes. Indeed. Was it 216?
Yes.
Well, I hear you. So we're gonna open the doors to Cleveland as well, man. It's only right down 71. So any y'all people we have Cleveland in here that are any interested in joining in, participating in this boxing league, you're more than welcome. Let me ask you one more question. You spar with men. Yes. How do you feel about that? Is it okay? Did they baby you? How do you feel about that?
Some of them baby me, some of them didn't. I think they seen what I can do, so they definitely push me to get to their level. I'm not saying I can fight with men, but I'm saying I could keep up. And I really appreciate it because I've been, like I said, I grew up around all brothers, so I feel like I was just thrown into it with them all over again. So I feel like I can hang in there.
I appreciate you, Shay. I love that you participate. I love the energy you bring. I love that y'all got to witness some of this black girl magic. Another episode of Corner Talk. Shots fired.
What you want me to do?
Take us home.
Oh. Thanks for coming out. I'm Shay. If anybody want to fight, I appreciate it. Any woman, I mean, it's all fun and games. I don't have any beef with anybody. It's all for enjoyment. It's a sport. just come out. I would love to see more women participate in Shots Fire. It's amazing feeling. We don't try to down anything. It's more uplifting for women as well as men. So come participate. We're welcome with all arms. Shots fired. We out.
Shots fired. Guns down.